What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we wanted to talk to you about how we warm up our athletes before they get into their training so they get the most benefit out of their session. So hopefully this helps. If you guys enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of them. And just real quick, we really appreciate all the support. We've been getting a lot of comments lately, and it really means the world to Spencer and I. So thank you, we appreciate it, and hope you like the video. Also, real quick PSA, if you guys are interested, make sure to check out our online programs. We have some program packages, a lot to offer there, and then we also have custom programs where you kind of tell us what you're looking for and we make custom programs just for you. We also have our exercise database where we break down most of the exercises we do in here, give you cues that way. If you get some of our programs, right, you can get a video, hear the description of what the exercise is supposed to look like and be like, or if you're just training on your own, you want some new exercise ideas with some coaching cues, check that out. Links are all in the description below. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So when it comes to warming up, there's a couple different things that we need to do in order to be ready for the session, right? So obviously you want to warm up, you want to get your heart rate up, get your body warm, but you also want to get your muscles activated. You want to get everything mobilized and ready to go. So in a perfect world for us, it's about a 4-step process. So number one, you're going to foam roll 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, however long. You're going to ideally hit, quads, hamstrings, glutes, that lateral side of the leg, calves, back, anything you need. That would ideally be the first part of a proper warm-up. Just get those knots out, break up that tissue, get everything ready. After that, doing a little bit of static stretching. So there's a whole bunch of theories about static stretching, whether it's good, whether it's bad, when to do it. My whole thing with static stretching is I do not like that to be the sole warm-up. However, in order to increase flexibility, static stretching is the best way to do that. Now that being said, in my opinion, there is such a thing as you don't need to be super flexible for most sports. But I do think it's important, right, to stretch some muscles out. As we're sitting all day, things like to get really tight. So I think it is beneficial to get some stretching in, not long. You want to stretch the muscles that are tight. So if it's really easy for you to bend over and touch your toes and you don't really feel it in your hamstrings, they're already probably pretty lengthened. So focus on areas that are super duper tight. If you're not a fan of static stretching before the warm-up, totally fine. Then I would recommend doing it before bed. There's actually a bunch of research that shows, little sidetrack, but a bunch of research that shows that doing some static stretching before bed is really great at increasing your flexibility if that's a goal of yours, if you don't want it to hinder anything else. But this is a controversial topic. There's a whole bunch of random stuff everywhere about it. After that, we're gonna get into our dynamic warm-up. So every single person in our gym runs through this warm-up. We have a couple different warm-ups, focusing on certain things depending on what we're trying to target. But ideally the goal here is, as it's called, just warm up. Get your heart rate up, get your blood flowing, get everything moving, right? Muscles, joints, everything working. And the goal is for it to progressively get more intense. So we actually have posted a video with our warm up on there. We've made a couple tweaks here and there, changed some things. But if you want to check out that video, essentially we're starting off with a jog, we get a back pedal, some lateral movements. You get the typical Frankenstein's, inverted T. Make sure you're stretching all these things, right? Adductors, that lateral side of the leg. Another really big part of the dynamic warm-up for us is actually a little bit of strength movement. So one of the biggest parts is gonna be for us a lunge with a twist. So we're here into here. And you'll see a lot of people who are really smart with mobility movements saying that essentially strength training is mobility training, just sometimes loaded. So being able to get into this lunge position, right, you're gonna feel that stretch back here, obviously getting a rotation, work that T-spine a little bit, work that core, but doing those types of movements are very important for your dynamic warm-up as well as everything else. And then once we hit those, typical movements, then we start to ramp it up. In our warm-up, we always have skips. No matter who it is, athlete, gen pop, doesn't matter, we're doing skips. Really great at getting the body going, throwing a little bit of plyometrics in there. We get some lateral movement as well involving the hips. So we get the karaoke, right? Get the hip movement, the core. And then we used to do a lot more, some single leg hops. So something like this all the way down. We kind of throw that in every now and again, depending on who's training. And then we always finish off with some type of progressive sprint, whether we're doing like 2 jumps to a sprint or just, a gradual incline of a sprint. The whole goal is, like I said, get your body going. Intensity goes up as we get closer to working out. Now the final part, arguably, probably one of the most important in terms of getting the most bang for your buck with strength training, is going to be mobility and activation. Once you're all warmed up, right, the foam roll, static, dynamic, warm up, all that jazz, mobility and activation are very, very important. So we're going to start off with mobility. Every single session, we give people about 3 exercises for mobility. So we get something for hips, something for shoulders, and something for the T-spine. So we actually did post a video, 10 exercises of our favorite hip mobility, 10 exercises of our favorite hip mobility movements. We like to do a lot of like hip switches. I'm a big fan of hip flexor stretch, even like a half kneeling adductor. I know you guys can't tell what I'm doing by my movements, but just a little, So we got hips, shoulders as well. We like swimmers lying on your stomach. You're gonna go from here to here. Supine floor press, lying on your back, and your arms go up. And then T-spine work. There is so much benefit to working that thoracic spine, that rotation. You want to open that thing up. You want to get it mobilized. So a quadruped T-spine, for example, right, when we're going to be down here, hand down, one here, and we're just going to open up, follow it with our eyes, working that way. Even doing something like a windmill on the wall where we're here, we're rotating, right? That's going to be great for shoulders, full body, supine, thoracic rotation. Those are the 3 main elements of our mobility portion. And then the final part, some type of activation, right? Arguably the best thing we can do is mini band. Absolutely love mini band for activation. And the focus for us is going to be glutes and hips, right? So that mini band is going to do a great job. We can go monster walks, lateral kicks, so many variations with the mini band. If you want to get some activation for like the core and shoulders, I like doing med ball, right? So just some slams. The whole point is you want to get things turned on and fired up. So you warm them up, you loosen them up. Now you want to really work that neuromuscular connection. So doing some activation, get some fired, get some ready to go. So as we jump into our lift, right, whether we're squatting, lunging, deadlifting, benching, pressing, whatever it is, those muscles are fired up. We got a good connection going and we can hit it and we can get the best workout possible. So hopefully this helped. I know it's a lot of talking. I'm tired of talking, so I'll let you guys go. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Once again, Spencer says hello, and we'll see you guys later.